Okay, I think I'm live. And I do apologize if there's any extra sounds. As you can see, I am in a different place tonight. So, hi there, welcome to Live with Heidi Mine. Real quick, this is your 1 to 2 minute warning. I'm going to check that the live is up on Facebook and YouTube. So go grab your favorite drink and then we will get started. I'm just gonna check all of this going on here. Let's see, manage my channel. It's showing that I'm live. Do I have some volume? Okay, I have volume. Can I? That's not what I wanted to do. All right, that's gonna have volume for just a second until I can turn it down. Okay. All right, that one I can turn down. All right, that's gonna have volume for just a second. Okay. Turn my volume off. I have a different setup tonight. As you can see, I'm in a completely different place. I almost had it. Okay. So I have made it to Arizona, and I will talk about that in just a minute because I don't really have much of a script tonight. I'm going to keep it very short. I've been up since 4:30 this morning, and I went to bed at 11 o'clock last night, so I'm a little overtired, and it was about 9 hours of driving. So, yeah, I will look down a little bit because I'm still going to kind of get my bearings for next week. But hey, hi, how are you? I'm Heidi. I'm a work-at-home handmade business owner at HeidiMine.com, as well as a homeschool mom of 11-year-old and 13-year-old girls. I go live here on Facebook and on YouTube on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. Hopefully I have the time right because I am in Arizona and I think that they are on, I think it's when we go, yeah. So yes, I go live on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. During the live, I share about things going on with my business, our homeschooling, and our personal lives. So be sure to follow on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube to get notifications when I post videos or when I go live. Feel free to like or hit the thumbs up button, as this helps more people just like you see the video and come hang out. And if you are joining me live, please comment with hashtag live. If you are watching the replay, hashtag replay. This does help let me know when people are watching, if I need to change up my times or my days. And if you aren't already subscribed, be sure to check the pinned link to sign up for the email list for updates about new products, blog posts, sales, and any other fun things going on. And I know that the pin post does not seem to be working on YouTube. Excuse me. I can type it in, but it's HeidiMine.com/subscribe. I'll put it in the description later because I'm kind of juggling. God, I'm in my dad's office right now, and what I'm looking at is a big window that looks across the street, and I think there's like a bug or a bee on the outside of the window, and it's distracting because it's the whole like squirrel thing. And yeah, I've kind of made it so you only see a little bit of this room. But it is, I think when we got into Arizona, it was 104. And that was about 3:30 in the afternoon. That is not hot for us for Arizona. We have come in before and it's been 120 degrees. My grandma keeps it about 80 degrees in the house. So I do have a ceiling fan that's making this really odd clicking noise. And then every once in a while the air conditioner comes on and the blower is almost outside this door and it's super, super loud. So I was going to try to go live with the door open, but when that came on, like I couldn't even hear myself think. So I did shut the door, but I'm not sure how loud it's going to be even with the door shut. So I see that Sarah Jane is hanging out with us tonight. Hi, Sarah Jane. So yeah, so I debated if I was going to go live tonight. A whole lot of things were making me not want to go live, like my blonde hair. There were some spots that were missed. It happens. And so I was just going to dye my hair purple because that's how I roll. But I've been so busy getting ready to come to Arizona that I did not have a chance to dye my hair yet. So I did bring it with me. It may be purple next week. My grandma's not hot on that idea. She actually just told me that she doesn't like it blonde. And I think it's hilarious because I posted a picture to Facebook and everybody's like, I love your hair. I love your hair. And I'm like, I don't know if everybody's just lying or if they're just trying to make me feel better. So it's okay. Like it's just hair. Like it's just hair. It right now the ends are a little bit fried. The purple dye that I have has a really good conditioner in it. So that's going to kind of bring it back a little bit. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with my hair, to be perfectly honest, because it does grow really fast. And I'm at the age now where like it just wants to be gray and I don't have the crayons or the spoons to maintain hair. But then it looks really bad when it's gray. Like I don't have pretty gray hair in my opinion. So I don't know. Like I'm going to have to figure something out. But for now, this is what it is. And then who knows, in a month or two, it'll be a completely different color. So, and I do have pink with me also. So you never know which way I'm going to go. What I wanted to do was the top part, like above my ears, this purple, and then everything in the back and behind is going to be pink. We'll see if I get that ambitious. I have a cousin that she also homeschools. She has 3 kids. They're all younger than mine. And they actually live in a 5th wheel. I don't know if that's what they call it, travel trailer. It's not really a travel trailer because it's huge. But that's what they do. It's awesome. I think it's amazing. And, but she did go to cosmetology school and they had been in Vegas up until this point because her husband picks up jobs at different locations where they stay, and so he was working in Nevada, in like just outside of Vegas or something, and but of course, like now they've moved on to their next location. He got a different job, so I was thinking, oh well, you know, my cousin could fix my hair, she could just drive over and the kids could all hang out and she could fix my hair, but no, she can't. Sarah says, felt the same way when she was blonde for 2 seconds before she colored it red. Everyone said they liked it and I was like, oh. So what I had joked about, because my mom did my hair, and she's not a beautician, she's not a stylist, she's never done cosmetology school. Like we're literally looking up different YouTube videos in order to do what we did. And honestly, I think that for someone who's really never done it before, I think she did a fantastic job. So I'm not mad about it at all. But we were kind of joking because she kept talking about like it was my scalp burning. And I'm like, no, my scalp's healthy right now. It's not burning. I don't react like that to hair dye. And it was a joke because we are big Gilmore Girl fans, and there's this episode of Gilmore Girls where Lane dyes her hair, and I'm not going to get like all into the whole thing. I have watched Gilmore Girls. I watched it like the minute it premiered. I watched every single episode, like the whole run through of like That's a lie. I watched all of the seasons up until like season 7. I think that was the one where she was like married to Christopher. Lorelai was married to Christopher. And I was like so against Lorelai and Christopher being together. I kind of tried to boycott a lot of those episodes. And I have seen them, but I didn't watch them in their first airing. But up at like the first 6 seasons though, it was like religious. I watched those episodes. I don't know if I blanked out. Yes, Lane and Rory. I don't know if I blanked out I want to see the comments. I don't know if I blanked out the whole Rory and Lane dyes Lane's hair episode. I remember other parts of the episode, but I had no recollection of seeing that whole Lane dyes her hair thing. And it was hilarious because the wig that they put on her, because obviously they did not actually dye her hair. I was cracking up. That wig was awful. The Polaroid of the purple hair. Yes. See, Sarah knows. Sarah knows. So yeah, it was hilarious. I'm like, that, I don't know. But that episode, I forget what happened. For some reason, I blocked it out of my memory in the first airing. And even years later, like it was 4 or 5 years later, and somebody said, oh, and they were making reference to the episode where Lane dyes her hair. And I'm like, Lane never dyed her hair. Yeah. And I always thought that was a funny dynamic because Lane hid so much from her mom, but like you can smell hair dye, like not just bleach hair dye, because bleach hair dye you can smell. We did my hair on the porch. I'm like, I'm such a recluse in my neighborhood. I'm always inside, but I'll do my hair on the porch. So it's just like, I don't know. We were making all the jokes. I told my mom, I don't have any Sprite because I don't know. Rory says something about if you drink Sprite, it helps your head not burn. I don't know. I don't know what the logistics are of that. But yeah, I'm totally like just talking now because my brain is spinning. So yeah, I have my brother's oldest son, my nephew obviously, is graduating high school this weekend. Unfortunately, they live in Florida and I can't afford to take myself and my children to Florida. So my dad is going and that's wonderful. He's gonna get to see my nephew. They're gonna record it. It's gonna be great. And I get to hang out with my grandma, which I was planning on coming out anyways for the month of June, like I do every year for the last 3 years. 3 years? 2 years? 3 years. What year are we in? Yeah, 2021, 2022. This is the 3rd year. So my grandmother is 92. I always get this wrong. She turned 90 in 2021. So she is 92. And she's just amazing. When I was little, when I was younger, she would babysit my brother and I pretty regularly, but I'm the oldest grandchild in the entire family. So I'm the oldest grandchild on both my mother and my father's sides of the family. And it's by a significant amount. I think most of my cousins are almost 10 years younger than I am. So that's not true. That's not true. The cousin that is the traveling hairstylist homeschooler, her oldest sister and I are 6 months apart, but they did not live in California. They lived in Washington. So I'm still the oldest. My cousin is 6 months younger than I am, but other than the two of us, then like there's this big gap. So anyway, so I spent a lot of time with my grandparents, all of my grandparents, my dad's parents and with my mom's parents who were divorced and both remarried to different people. So I had 3 grandmothers and 3 grandfathers growing up. I spent a lot of time with all of them. I love that. I love that I have amazing memories with all of my grandparents, very individual to who they were. Now my only living grandparent is my only biological living grandparent. I have step grandparents. Is my grandma, Betty. And she's super fun. I probably won't put her on camera. But she's a hoot. And I love that my kids are getting to spend time with my grandmother in a way that like I was able to. They're a little bit older, so my grandma's getting like the best years of them because they just kind of hang out and it's all good. So I don't know, she's needing a little bit more help now than in previous years. So I don't know if I may have to cut some of the lives short if she needs me for something, because that may be a thing. So just a forewarning. But yeah, the kids and I spent the weekend getting things prepared around the house. I packed way too much stuff. Sarah had a Grandma Betty too. What's funny, Sarah, is that my grandma's name is Elizabeth Jane, and I have a cousin that is also Sarah Jane. And she's another homeschool mom too. So she's not the hairstylist one, but she's the hairstylist's one of her older sisters. So yeah, funny. What do you do? Is that her name? Maybe it's Sarah Beth. I always thought it was Sarah Jane, but maybe it's Sarah Beth. I don't know. I'm tired. I'll have to ask my grandma. Although she's not remembering things as well. The last few years that I've come out, like she's been sharp as a tack and she just tells stories and she remembers stuff. But tonight, like we were talking and we were talking about some of her kids, and then we were forgetting names, and like even I was forgetting the names. So like your grandma was Betty Jane. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, my grandma's like, oh, it's because I'm old. And I'm like, no, it's because I don't know. Because we are who we are. But we're going to have a lot of fun with grandma. Yeah, she's a cake in the pants. And I probably could talk about some of the things that she says, like randomly, not about my family, because she's hilarious. But then I'm like, do I want to go there on my channel? Maybe I'll have to have like a Heidi after hours for that, because she's super funny. So we were getting the house all ready. We have somebody that's taking care of our cats. But then yesterday, like I was kind of starting to freak out, and I have, like if you've ever shopped at Costco and you see those black bins with the yellow lids that they have, right? And I have over a dozen of those in like on my property, like in my house, in the storage sheds. I probably have 24 or more. And we use them. We use them for a lot of different things. But then I have these bins that are bigger than that. We bought them with the intention of using them as storage for our expedition. We have a hitch thing that goes on the back of the expedition, and you can put these bins on it. So when Greg was still alive, he bought these huge bins, and there's 2 of them, and they have red lids. And I had a bunch of stuff in them for a while, and then I cleaned them out, and I thought, oh, I'm going to pack fabric and things in those, and I'll pack them in the van, and that's what I will bring to Arizona with me, because it'll save space. Yeah. I had 2 of those loaded full of fabric to make things. And then I also had 2 Costco bins full of all of the things that I keep saying that I'm going to list on my website, because they're already stitched out and I just have to like clean them up, like clean up loose stitches and whatever. And I thought, I'm never going to get through all that. So I with help, because I put all the bins in to start, but then my mom was like, don't take those out by yourself. So I took them out and I reorganized things. I still put one of the red bins back. I still have the 2 Costco bins. I have a whole lot of stuff. We were loaded to the gills. So that is the plan for the next 6 weeks, is to go through all of those bins, to get all of those stitched items finished and potentially sold. I will be trying to sell all of that stuff. There are felt masks, like for dress up. There are fleece tails. I think I have some dragon tails. I definitely have some cat tails. I have a couple of raccoon tails. I might have some beaver tails. And I have educational toys. I have puzzles. I have non-paper dolls. So they're like flat felt dolls. I have like matching games. And there was so much stuff because I kept finding more smaller bins. And so then I kept trying to shove everything into the Costco bins. So my dad and my stepmom are amazing. They're letting me use the office here. So I can use this for like my computer space. Although my dad has an amazing computer setup, and if I could show you, oh my gosh. The screens on their computers are huge. They take up like the whole desk. And my dad has 2 screens on his desk. And I'm like, it's like from Jaws, where he's like, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Like, you're gonna need a bigger desk. It's ridiculous. But I'm excited to play around on the computer, and because I can load my stuff in and like do my online classes for my business or work on my website or whatever I have to do. But they also, he built a shed a few years ago in the backyard, and he put in an air conditioner, and they cleaned off tables in there so that I can get my sewing done. So I'm super excited because I brought so much stuff. I also brought a ton of the PDF printed patterns. Try saying that 3 times fast. So I will finally be able to start doing the work with me videos and the sew with me videos. Very excited about that because I have a great space that I can work with. And we're going to be doing some catching up on homeschooling, which I won't be recording. I've been trying to upload things on my YouTube channel. I know I haven't been consistent. I will be working on that. I was going to try to switch the cook with me and the clean with me this week. So I got the cook with me up on Monday, but then yesterday with trying to get everything ready and in the car and whatever, I just couldn't. I went to bed at 11 o'clock last night, and then I got up at 4:30 this morning. I still had an hour's worth of work to do around the house in order to leave. And then we got coffee. I have not purchased coffee. Like, I haven't gotten Starbucks in a hot minute. So I got a Starbucks, and I got gas, and we got on the road. I can't believe how much gas is right now. Like, and that's ironic because I'm from California, and we all know California gas is ridiculous. But normally it's like 50 cents cheaper when we get to our halfway point. I know my dad's always telling me that it takes him 7 hours to get from like where I live to my grandma's house. I don't know how he's doing it. He can't possibly ever drive the speed limit. It's just not possible. From the GPS from my house to my grandmother's says it's like 8 hours and 45 minutes. And I'm not going to tell you if I broke the law or not, but in the past I have, and it still takes me a good 8 to 9 hours. I have to stop somewhere halfway to put gas in my car. I probably could make it on 1 tank of gas, possibly, but I definitely don't want to get in the Tehachapi's and be like, oh, I need gas. So we normally stop at Yeah, I lost it. It starts with an S. Something highway. I forget. I think I posted it on Facebook. I don't know. We get to this one point and we have a Subway there. So we get Subway, we fill up on gas, and we do our potty break, and then we get back on the road. And that's 4 hours into the drive, and then it's the 5 hours to get to my grandma's. So yeah. So we got here just at like 3:20, which my GPS when I left in the morning with no stops said that I'd get here around 3 o'clock, 3:20, 3:15. So like we stopped for the gas and we ate sandwiches. So it took us, yeah. So it's not possibly following all of the speed laws the whole way here. But we arrived safe. And people drive crazy. Oh my gosh. I don't like people driving. But we really didn't have very much traffic. That was nice. Because I feel like everybody always wants to tell me when there's going to be traffic. And 9 out of 10 times people are wrong. I don't know why. Because it's going to be a holiday weekend. I get it. But if people are leaving on Wednesday for their holiday weekend, rock on. But I think we were through most of like the big trafficy areas during non-commute hours. Those aren't words, but I'm going to roll with it. When I go home, there will always be traffic on my way home because Highway 5 is a cluster, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's scheduled maintenance or road work. It doesn't matter if there's an accident or not an accident. I always catch just a whole lot of Highway 5 on Highway 5. Nothing I can do. I don't care. So, yeah, it is what it is. So, I'm shocked we haven't heard the bird yet. I'm not sure if I will do a video with the bird. My dad basically said that if I want to film stuff, film it. Don't worry. I mean, obviously, like, I'm not going to tell you where they live exactly. And I'm not going to put any personal information. Like, I've checked and double checked the scene behind me to make sure that there's not like any things. But yeah, my brain's fading now. because I'm hoping my grandma's going to be ready to go to bed soon. Because I'm going to be ready to go to bed soon. And then we'll get up and we'll just do the whole thing. They do have a pool here. So, I mean, it's a community pool, but I'm okay with that. So Grandma says, see, the fan came on. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's loud. It's so loud. And my dad's a heating and air conditioning guy. And I'm looking, the wildlife, my train is so far off the track right now. The wildlife here is so crazy. So I know that they have quails. I'm going to say I know that they have quails. They look like quails. But also they have roadrunners. Roadrunners in person are not as cool looking as like the roadrunner in the cartoon. Just going to say. Like, I really thought that roadrunners were like really big. Like ostrich size. They're not. They're tiny. So maybe somebody lied and that's not really a roadrunner, but that's what they told me is a roadrunner. And I feel like roadrunners and quails kind of almost look alike. But quails have those little like things on their head, right? Somebody corrects me. Like, tell me all about the birds. But they do also have like wild, what would they be in the desert? Jackrabbits? Rabbits? They're not bunnies. I'll tell you that. They're rabbits. I don't see any right now. But like, I keep looking out the window because there's just birds everywhere and there's things running all around. But yeah, desert animals, super fun. I have never seen a scorpion. My grandma told me that everyone in Arizona, since she's lived here, has told her that they've seen at least one scorpion. She's been here for well over 20 years. I forget how long she's been here, but I don't know. My brother just had a wedding anniversary, and I'm pretty sure that my grandparents moved to Arizona around the same time. What year are we in? Somewhere between 23 and 25 years that she's been in Arizona, and she said she's never seen a scorpion. So, you know, there's still time. As long as I don't find one in the bed, I'm fine. I'm fine as long as there's no bugs in the bed. So, yeah. Dad bought us dinner tonight. We had pizza. It was really good. I only had one slice of pizza and it's like so full. And they have traveled off to their destinations. And yeah. So the plan, it's 7:30. Yes, I'm assuming scorpions hurt. I don't want to know. I don't. Oh, you were stung? Sarah says she was stung by a scorpion 6 times? What in the, how are you still standing? I'm tired. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the thoughts in my head because I'm thinking of like, what's that movie with the Medusa head? Clash of the Titans? And it's got the big scorpion. Wow, I'm tired. Sarah knows. I know Sarah's cracking up at me right now. Oh, don't let the kids see me like this. I am very, oh, she lived on a ranch when she was a teen. Okay. Oh my gosh. No, it would freak me out. Like, I don't even want to ever go to Australia. Like, people are like, I'm going to go to Australia. I'm like, why? Everything will kill you there. I have no desire to ever go down under. Never. Never. Even though that sounded much funnier than you. Yes. Oh, yeah. Nope. Not for me. Thanks. I barely crossed the borders of the United States. I've been to Mexico and I've been to Canada, and that is, yeah, like we all know I've been to Florida. I drove from California to Florida, so I got to tiptoe through some of those states. I did go to, where did I go? In my 20s, 30s? I don't know. I was somewhere between 25 and 30. I have no idea anymore how old I was. My mom was living in Rhode Island, and that's how they say it. It's not Rhode Island, it's Rhode Island. Like New Orleans, it's New Orleans, not New Orleans. Okay. Now that we've had that vocabulary lesson, I did go visit my mom in Rhode Island, and we went to, I don't think we went to Vermont, but we did go to New York. And I'll talk about that in a different video because I'm too giggly tonight and I don't even know like what I would say about New York. Except that I did see the guy. Why can't I think of his name? I saw the guy Schaefer. Paul Schaefer. I can remember something. I saw Paul Schaefer as he was going in to work at the Late Show, and he was getting out of his car because, you know, I guess the rumors are true. Nobody in New York actually drives. And he's getting out of his car, and I said, "Oh, you're Paul Schaefer." I don't like late night TV even. I just recognize people. And he's like, "Yeah," like I was going to ask him for an autograph, and I'm like, "Have a nice night at work." And he kind of looked at me and he's like, "Okay, I don't want your autograph. You wear sunglasses on a TV show and play the piano. I'm good. I'm good." Yeah, that was my excitement. We did other things, but that was my one like celebrity interaction in New York. But I'm a dork like that. So the plan, we will be here for all of June. I brought a lot of homeschool stuff for the kids to work on. I did bring some kiwi crates. I will be posting maybe a short to YouTube. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do a short or if I'm just going to do a post. But I did the super, super long KiwiCo unboxing. Like, it was ridiculously long because the first 3 boxes, or the first 3 subscriptions that we got were sent all at once. So I got 9 boxes in June of last year, and they sat in the box the whole time. So I unboxed those in one video. And I know the timestamps are all messed up, and I will fix those. But my daughter finally realized, my oldest daughter finally realized that I had some really cool Eureka crates in there. There was a ukulele, a perpetual calendar, and a music box. And like, she built all 3 of those just within a couple of hours. And I said, can you please, if you're not, she didn't want to record anything. I said, then can you please just take pictures as you go? And she took like 4 pictures building the ukulele. 2 of them are the same, like, it's just 2 different angles of the same shot. So I will try to post those somehow to YouTube so people can see. She really likes them. I thought they were pretty awesome. The ukulele really does play music. We just have to tune it. My dad will do that when he gets back from the graduation, because they will be back this weekend, and they'll hang out for a couple days with us to spend time with the kids, and then they're going to go and travel. And he's funny. My dad's hilarious. And I keep telling him, you really, like, either need to do your own YouTube channel or you need to do better videos on Facebook, because he does this whole like roving reporter thing, but he only goes online for like a minute and then he cuts out. And I'm like, Dad, nobody even sees what you're doing. I don't know. But he goes to some pretty cool places. Like last year? 2 years ago? I forget. I honestly, I don't remember. But I think he went to like Graceland one year. Maybe not Grace. I thought he went to Graceland. I don't know. He did some cool stuff. People are messaging me. I need to remember to turn that on. Do not disturb. Sometimes I do. Most of the time I do, and then I forget. So I'll do some clean with me's around the house here. I will do some cook with me's, I think. I think. I'm not sure. It'll depend on what I make for my grandma. And then, but I think I have a cook with me video that's like getting ready to be edited. I don't know. But I'm excited to be able to finally sew again, and those will be coming soon. And maybe I will try to go live. I don't know. My dad has really good internet here. I think it works in the shed. I think it. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But it is 7:38. I'm getting giggly. There's something on the curtain, and I think it's just like, I don't know. It looks like a monster spider, but it's probably just like a hair clip. That's how tired I am. So I'm gonna cut out. My little script disappeared on me. So I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm saying in my little closing spiel, which is, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I should be more alive next week, and I will actually have something to talk about, and we'll figure that out beforehand. So I appreciate anybody that's watching. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for commenting. Again, if you had fun in this video, feel free to hit the like or the thumbs up button. Subscribe and hit the bell for notifications when I go live or when I post new content. And comment with #live or #replay. Because again, this not only helps to push the video out to more people that would enjoy it, it also lets me know when people are watching and if I need to change things up. because Sarah and I have a lot of fun chatting. We will chat in person though, or we could chat online. It's no big deal to us. And I know Tara has sometimes joined me and chatted, but I went live the other day and somebody that I didn't know commented and I was so excited. So yeah, it's the whole thing. That's the only part of the script that I remember. So when we went to Red Robin, I think I talked about that Sarah and I are actually friends in real life. Like it's not just like, oh, we chat like online. Like we do chat online, but we are real friends. Like we even have each other's phone numbers. Like that's how old school friends we are. And we went to Red Robin and talked for, I think it was 3 hours. It might have been 4 hours, but I think it was 3. So it's fun to me. It's totally fun. And Sarah has the most amazing kids. Like my kids are pretty cool, but I adore Sarah's kids. So super fun. And don't forget, if you want to hear more about homeschooling or homeschooling curriculum, do check out Home with Sarah Jane. She did, I don't know if it was her last video. It was the last video I saw was her 6th grade curriculum. We both have daughters that are going into the 6th grade next year. And Sarah is way more prepared than I am this year. I think she's more prepared than I am every year, but this year for sure. For sure. Hours of chatting. Yeah, it was fun though. It was super fun. Sometimes you just need to like talk with your friends and just catch up and lay the stuff out and all the things. So, all right, y'all. I will check you later. I'm really hoping that I didn't make a really silly face. I don't know when YouTube stops filming for the live. I don't know if they take the screenshot from the beginning of the video or from the end of the video. And with the app I use, there's like a delay. So sometimes I have a really weird face as I'm waiting for the camera to either turn on or turn off. And then it likes to upload at random times before I can put my my fake little thumbnail up, which has a like more staged photo of myself. I don't know. This whole YouTube thing, it's a thing. All right, I'm going to, there we go. Okay. I had to figure out what button to push. It's got 2 buttons all of a sudden. All right. I will see you guys later. Thank you.